Hello and welcome back again. So today, in fact the next 2 days, we're actually be going to Disney, and as you can see on the map, 25 minutes away depending on which way you choose. Now we use an app, a sat-nav app called Waze, to be able to take us, and it all depends on what traffic's on the road, social media based, and it will then route you accordingly. But it is early in the morning here, so as you can see on the bonnet there, it says it's 6:20 in the morning, and as we whiz down to the end here where the gate is closed because it's too early, but they don't lock it as such. Well, I think they do actually at night. Somebody goes really early in the morning so you can open it. Now, one note about the tickets. You cannot, like you used to do in the past, buy your tickets at the gate. You can't do that anymore. You have to pre-book them. So we went on Disneyland Paris, their official website, and you can see a price for the 2 tickets there. And then we were told on social media and things like that, you're best off looking at attraction tickets. So we had a look on their website, and they're cheaper. Now, so that's where to buy them. You need the Disney app anyway on your phone, as when a ticket is purchased, you will then get a code which you then install on the phone. Actually on both of our phones. And then what you do is you install them on the smartphone app, which will then give you the abilities to, let's say, go into both parks randomly whenever you choose. It also provides the ability, if the queue's huge, for you to then purchase a ticket to take you to the front of the queue. Well, maybe not the front of the queue, it's a fast pass type ticket. Or indeed, you can buy one for the whole day. Now, going back to these roads, well, South Devon roads, but without the hidden brick walls, I suppose. Coming up on the left as well, there's some quite stunning scenery here because there is corn, and as you can see, some of the shadows that are cast on it, there we go, nice picture of the car there, it's quite spectacular, gives you something else to look out for. Anyway, going back to it, the whole purpose of it is to take us on a road which doesn't actually involve any traffic at all, and very soon we will be picking the main road back up again, where we are not very far away from joining the motorway. And as you can see, it is signposted, and anyway, back to the commentary.
We don't follow the peyote sign because we get on.
You just get straight up down the slip road and stay on the slip road. And there we have it. Stay on the slip road and no toll for us. Fantastic. Now the route in is fairly straightforward. I'll sped this up a bit. It takes about 10 minutes or so. But what will happen is loads of traffic will appear from the right hand side, and there will be slip lanes on the right hand side. But all you have to watch for is the Disney Park sign, which will be the 2 lanes on the left. So a lane swap for me, and a couple of miles later and we're there. Now, as we approach, probably the best thing to do is mention about the car parking. It is not free. It is going to cost you around about €30. I'm going to say roundabout, it all depends on the height of your car. On this particular trip, I have no roof bars, I have no top box, therefore I'm under 2 meters. Now, as you can see, if I did leave them on accidentally on purpose, then it would be over 2 meters high, and therefore it would cost me another €10. And this is a daily rate, so we're here for 2 days. I'm expecting bills of €60. And so what do you have to do? Well, there is a machine, and it reads the barcode of the tickets that you have in order to let you in, and then it charges you for the appropriate fee. And so I pull up behind this Brit in front of me, and obviously your passenger has a problem with their tickets or something, but anyway, the driver has to get out, sort it out, and then the passenger can get the ticket. Look, there we go. And so after that lesson's been learnt, we're on our way. Now, it's actually fairly straightforward, apart from if you're in a motorhome or something large, you take position up on the right hand side here, but the rest of it, there are height restricted bollards on the left hand side, and then straight through to the car parks, which are all covered in solar panels. Well done, Disney. And Disney being Disney wouldn't be the same if they didn't have lots of staff being able to assist you to be able to park your car. And one thing to note, Google Maps said it was, 25 minutes away? I left the clock on the screen here so you can see. Slightly more time is needed than that. But anyway, we're early. Time for some fun.
Contacting Captain Marvel.
Are you ready?
Si je suis prêt, c'est à moi ou vous parlez?
We've got a situation. As you know, Kree warheads are headed our way, and we need your help. Unfortunately, Tony's right. We've got one chance to save the planet. So no pressure.
Tout le monde a compris le plan? Alors ne traînez pas. En avant. Allez, sauvez le monde.
You know, I am a man with a French accent. Very interesting. And just like on the way in, but this time not Minnie Mouse, we get a special show from Mickey Mouse. In fact, a little one-on-one. Don't mind a bit of that. Now also, not forgetting our Skiptax app. So we just need to take pictures of the receipts so that we can claim the tax back and not to be sniffed at. As you can see, €38. Well, there we have it. Disney with no kids. That worked. And now for our next trip, we're going into Paris by train. Now, there is a train station fairly close to the site. This one's slightly bigger in terms of 16 minutes instead of about 10. It's in a place called Tournan, and we were told to go there by reception because this one has free parking. And because it was so close, we thought we'd go and check it out and found an actual map. And lo and behold, very similar to the ones we're used to. Now also on here, it shows you where we are and where we need to get to. Next to this map was timetables showing that this was an extremely popular route, and we had no issues with times, like every 15 minutes until 10:30 at night, look. And so off we trot. Now, the gates are shut again, but they're not locked, so we go through those. Then on our merry way to Tournan train station. Now, I know the dashcam might say it's 9:02, but in actual fact, it's 10:02. It's being French time, and we are on holiday after all. However, when we get round this corner, we begin to notice all the cars parked on the side of the road. Needless to say, it wasn't like this when we arrived last time. In fact, all this was empty, as you can see in this car park footage. Parking down the middle. Well, after driving down to the end of the ear and then doing some clever reversing to get back out again, there are no spaces here. Well, it has to be said, we are on the main side of the train station. However, if we go round the other side, there's more parking. However, this little car park here on the right hand side, barrier height restrictions as well, is also full. But if luck would have it, that family is getting into a car just up there, look. And without further ado, it is claimed. Now, when you go into the train station on this side, you actually have to go underneath, and there's a subway for that, around to the ticket office, which is around the other side. So here we are. We just thought we'd say hello, because we're on the way to Paris. We had a reasonable lie-in this morning, so we're not at the crack of dawn, but that meant bugger all's room at the car park, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be free.
It's probably busy anyway because it's a suburb of Paris and people will be going to work.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's half term in France, so
yes.
Yeah, we were lucky to squeeze in an off-road space, weren't we?
Well, somebody came out just at the opportune moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, catch you later. And so, under an hour later, we're in Paris, faced with rather large escalator. There are lifts, by the way. And then from there, a 20-minute walk downhill to the Seine. And we just followed the main drag down, and it comes out just above the Louvre, and then we go into this big park. And then the plan from there was to walk through the park, cross the bridge, and take this waterfront road down the Seine, I suppose, down towards the Eiffel Tower. Well, we got off the train and we headed towards the Seine.
Yes.
But we were just looking for a landmark in order to find the Eiffel Tower. And I think that's one, isn't it?
Yeah, but we have no idea where it is in relation to
I don't know, it looks cool though. Should we get on it?
No.
It's quite grand. And there's the other landmark. Yeah, that's the main one that everybody knows. Needless to say, we did get on it, and probably because there was hardly any queues. I think off the top of my head it was less than €10 or thereabouts each, but the views from the top were spectacular. Well, here we go, we got a pod all to ourselves and we're right at the very top. Look, fantastic view.
Shows how dense Paris is. Don't think that you'll easily find it. Anything is hard, isn't it, sleep here? Because you can't see between the buildings. So if we head over there, we'll walk down an avenue of trees down the side of the river.
Yeah.
If we go over that way.
And as we reach the end of the park, well, here we are. This is where the Olympics were, and they're obviously packing it all away.
Hell of a job.
And after a bite to eat, we do make it back to go and see the other big landmark. And then after a grand day out in Paris, we leap on the train and make it back. I have to say that was a really good day out. When you're so close, why would you not? And talking of close,
And for our final trip, we're going to the zoo, or the safari as it's called. It's a big cat reserve, very close to our site, probably about 15-20 minutes at most, well 13 minutes as you can see on the map. Do look out for the signs closely though, because it's not that well signposted, but it's well worth the money. We went to the big cat bit, and then we found that across the road there's a monkey enclosure as well. We opted not to do that, but you could easily do that and make a day of it. So off we go, and we are now busy looking for those precious signs. And in the car parking is free. As you can see, it's quite basic, but it's perfectly fine, and we were able to park really close to the front. And so we head in through the gate, and in the distance you will come into a little hut where you pay for your ticket. And you go on in, and then you can make a choice, and one of the choices is a train, and I'm a sucker for a train. So off we go to look at the cats from the train with a French family, which was fun, except the train did break down about 3 times, so we were going backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, but in the end the driver did get us around the site. So we disembarked and then headed out on foot. There is a little petting zoo here for younger children, not of interest to us with no kids, and so we set off on foot to find some more big cats, even fishing cats. Now the panther area was interesting, really interesting. As you can see here, there's 2 panthers on the floor, and it took us a while to work out that actually several of the black panthers were actually up in the trees, and these panthers were looking up at the panthers in the trees. And I couldn't work out, but maybe just I'm a bit stupid, that the panthers up in the trees were actually above the height of the fences. So why didn't they just jump out? I couldn't work that out at all. Even next to the black panthers, there were the leopard panthers also up in the trees, which was delightful to watch, I have to say.
well, I thought there was only one, but 3 tigers.
3, really good. Now, there are several prides of lions in this place, but we had to end on these magnificent animals, the white lions, particularly the male lion, who did not disappoint as he wandered around, staring at us, staring at them, staring at her, staring at him. It was fab. And you might think his noise would be deafening, but actually wasn't making any noise at all when he was doing this. So on that rather quiet note, we exited as usual through the shop, and after a very tiring and lovely day, we headed back home to our campsite. And now it's time for us to get ready for the end of our little trip to France, to pack up and get ready to go home.
Ooh, look, a neighbour.
So please like, subscribe and hit the little bell. See you soon.